In this video, we are going to see how we can purchase the services on credit and on cash. So let's get started. So we have two types of purchases in this example. On 12th of January, we have purchased dyeing services from Shelby Dyeing Mills on credit. Now, since we are shirts and pants manufacturing factory, so that's why we have purchased the raw material from the market, just dye it in the required colors, and then we start stitching the shirts and pants to sell that. So we have purchased dyeing services from Shelby Dyeing on credit. Now, since this could be our regular vendor, right? So that's why it's giving us on credit. But sometimes when demand increase, we might have to contact some other vendors as well to provide us services, but they will not obviously agree on credit because they are not our regular vendors. So that's why we will pay them in cash. So as you can see here that most of the dyeing services we purchase from Shelby Dyings, but some extra services we purchase from Anderson Dyeing as well. So let's see how we can deal with both of these transactions in QuickBooks. So from the main screen, I'll go to enter bills. And let's see if we have this vendor or not. Let's write here Shelby. No, we don't have this vendor. So it's better to copy this name directly from here. And let me just paste it right here and press tab to click quick add. This is how you can quickly add. And let's put the date here. Let's mention any reference number, for example, this one. And since we are purchasing the services, we have two options. Either we can enter it as an expenses to hit the ledger directly, but the proper treatment is to go in item and create a service item. Item area is not only used to create the inventory part, we can also create some service items here. We will click on add new and click on service, because this dyeing services is they are charging for the dyeing service. Material will be theirs and we will only receive the service. So let's write here dyeing services, and let's not mention any category now. And the vendor is not charging it according to unit. If it is charging according to unit, you can change it to each. If it is charging according to meter, you can change it to meter. But our vendor is charging overall. So you can mention anything like this, and let's make it part of cost of goods sold. Now let's click OK. And let's see the total cost. Total cost is 25,000. So let's mention here 25,000. You can mention here directly in the amount. Since our vendor is not charging us according to the quantity, it's charging us overall, let's say. So let's click save and new. And let's go back and see the transaction journal effect. I'll go to the reports to show you journal entry. Go to the transaction journal, and here we can see that cost of goods sold is debit. Let's hide this one. And accounts payable is credit. So this is how you deal with dyeing services. Why cost of goods sold? Because the dyeing services will be applied on cloth, and from cloth you will manufacture the finished goods and then you will sell it. So the ultimate purpose of dyeing services is to manufacture the finished goods and then sell it in the market. So any kind of expenses which has the intention to sell it afterwards will be treated as cost of goods sold. Now let's click on save and close. Now guys, this service is purchased on credit, right? But what about cash? Because for cash vendors, we are purchasing one-time services from them. So maybe in future, we will not purchase from them again. So that's why we shouldn't create the vendor for it. So instead, what we will do is go to write checks from here, and we are paying them by cash. So select cash, and I'll not mention or create a vendor name. What I'll do is I'll just write it in a memo. So let's copy all of this and paste it in memo. And now I'll go to items and write here dyeing services. We are just directly purchasing the service and we are paying the cash immediately. And we are paying 5,000, right? So let's click on save and new. Now, as you can see here, that number is by default mentioned as to print. It will print according to the QuickBooks automatic system. But if you want to mention the check number, what you can do is go to print and click on check. it will automatically save and then ask you for the printed check number. Let's say instead of 1, we want to mention 8754. Click OK. You need to click on print one time. This, let's say, save it as XPS, and then you can apply this. Click OK, and then you can see the updated number. So I know it's little complex, but by default it moves according to its own sequence. But if you want to manually change it, for example, you are paying it by check and you just want to specify that check number here. So this is the way for it. So let's go to reports and click on transaction journal. As you can see here that we are just paying directly by cash. So cash is credit and the dyeing services we are purchasing comes in cost of goods sold, which is debit. So guys, this is how you can purchase the services both on cash and on credit in QuickBooks.